Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can bill another institution. So with my patient Valerie Lilly here, she is a motor vehicle accident patient. So we are going to be sending the invoice off to the insurer, which is going to be Amy. So I'm going to add the visit, and I can see the invoice to is already other. So you'll have to select this because it'll automatically come up as patient. So you'll need to select other and the institution. So you will need to go to the three dots and choose who it is. So Amy is in my system for this particular patient because I have billed this patient before to Amy. I've just deleted the institutional payer to show you how you could add it. So if the institutional payer is not in your system, you can just click add, and then you can put in the details of the institution. So I'm just going to put Amy. I've got auto capitalize on down the bottom here. I'm just going to untick that so I can type it correctly. So AAMI, and I've got no representative names. I do have a phone number. It's 132244, and I have a postal address. So I'm going to just enter it in. So it's very simple, just like you would be entering in a patient. So you've probably got these, and these are most likely already entered unless you're dealing with a new insurer or third party. So this one is GPO box 4091, and it's Sydney 2000. I'm going to scroll down to find Sydney 2000 and double click and enter. So you do need to put a code in here. Okay, we can also do a default fee column for them. So I'm just going to put it at standard fee. Okay, so there's no Amy is not unique, so I enter a new code. So I'm just going to put Amy1. Save. Okay, so I've got now it says the payer, and now I need to put in a reference number. So this is a motor vehicle claim, so we do have to abide by CIRA's requirement. So that's the CIRA workers' compensation. It's not workers' comp, but it's the state insurance regulatory. So CTP, motor accident claims injuries. Okay, so there is the invoice does need to be as per CIRA's regulations. So I'm just going to go back to Pracsoft, and in this instance, it's just going to be the flat standard fee. The reference number, so I'm putting in the reference number as the date of accident, and using the date of the accident was the 7th of the 10th, 2021. So I'm putting that in the reference field, and I'm also putting the claim number. Failing to put these in will result in a rejected invoice. So the insurer might not pay without these details. Okay. So this is because this is going to another institution and it's AAMI. There's going to be no Medicare benefit. We're just going to be charging Amy the full fee of $80 for item 23, and we're just going to put it on Amy's account. So We're just going to give them the invoice, and then they'll have 30 days to pay, or whatever the invoice terms are, to pay this invoice. So I'm going to go pay later and then just put it on account. Okay, it is going to give me a print preview, and it will remove the patient from the waiting room. Okay, so if I go account, it is going to give me a tax invoice, a print preview of the tax invoice. So there we go. It's $80, and we can see that it is. We should really put some terms on this invoice to say when we would like to get paid for it. But this is a demo version, obviously. So we're just going to save and print, and it'll save to a PDF. And I'm just going to then save it to where all my other files are at the moment. And this was Valerie Lilly. And this was a CTP insurance. Okay, save. Then she's gone. So that's how you claim that chart, do a CTP insurance patient billing. So the next one I'm going to do is a workers' compensation. So there's slight differences with CTP, where it's a motor vehicle accident, or a workers' compensation. So with a workers' compensation, I'm going to be billing Alan Tulip at workers' compensation. So I'm going to visit F5. Now, invoice 2 is again other, and he is QBE. So because I've billed him before. So I have removed him from the institutional payers. I can show active, and there it is there. So if it's not listed, you would just click add and add the details in. So I'm going to add, just select QBE because I've already previously entered it. If I needed to edit any details, I could just click on the edit as well. And I'm going to untick mark active at the moment, and then just select. So we can see our invoice to other institution, QBE. So this time the reference number is going to be the date of injury. Now, because I've already previously billed Alan Tulip to QBE, it's recognised and remembered the reference number and his claim number. But if it's not in there, or you're doing it for the first time, you would just type that in. Okay, with workers' compensation, it's a little bit different. So the Australian Medical Association sets the fee for workers' compensation. So the item number for workers' comp, so don't get confused between workers' compensation and CTP insurance. So there are differences, slight differences. The invoice 2 will be similar date of injury versus with a motor vehicle accident, it's date of accident and then your claim number. So again, they both need to be billed that way because of CIRA requirements. So the difference with workers' compensation is we use a different fee rate. So the fee item number is AA30. So, AA030. So once I enter it in the item number, the description is workers' comp. Now, I can change the fee rate to AMA fee. Once I change to AMA fee, which is the Australian Medical Association fee, you can see it's $152. And there is no gap payment. So we'd just be claiming that whole $152 to the patient. So there's no patient has to pay. It'll just be, we're asking for QBE workers' comp insurance in this instance to pay their bill. So, and if you wanted to look at the workers' compensation rates, you could go to this website. So, ama newsouthwales.com.au, and you can see the workers' compensation rates. It is $152. Again, I'm just going to be putting this on the account. So we might have quite a number of invoices that are going to QBE workers insurance or double AMI. So we're just going to put them on the account, and they can send through a check or a direct deposit for the full amount for those patients, along with a remittance advice, and we can then allocate those payments. So I'm just going to then go, it's on pay later, and I'm just going to click on account, and it's just going to give me again another tax invoice. So there we have it, another tax invoice for $152. So I'm just going to save and print, and we can see that it is to QBE. It's got the details of the reference details, so the date of injury, patient's name, the visit, date of the visit, the item number, description, and the fees. So again, just save and print. It'll save to a PDF. So this was for Alan Tulip. And this is workers' comp. And then save. So that's how you bill a motor vehicle accident or CTP insurance claim and a workers' compensation claim. Thanks for watching.